So, I just came back from seeing RoboCop, the new RoboCop. I was actually going to see it last week, but I live in Georgia, and yeah, iced in. It actually sucked, and I didn't even get my money back for that fucking ticket. Ugh, people. Anyways, so this movie was actually very interesting to me because I'm a fan of the original. I love the first two films. The third film can go fuck itself. But, and it's just great because it's got a lot of good 80s cheese in it. And the best part is just, of course, the hardcore action in it. And the fact is that the original movies just had these hearts to them. You know, the people who were working on it, the writers, the directors, the actors, they really put themselves into the movie. And I really did enjoy that. Now, when the remake was announced, it caught shit from the start. I mean, just from start to finish, this movie was getting concept from all fans. You know, everybody was going, oh, RoboCop don't need no, reboot. We don't need any of that. So I said to and I was like, no, I'm going to give it a chance. You never know. And I just keep seeing things. Like I saw the Robo suit at first. And I was like, Jill. I can't even tell. It's just so black. I mean, come on, guys. The original was silver, and silver was better. The black, you can't really tell what it looks like. It just looks like one big black suit. And then they said it was going to be, rated PG-13. I was like, okay, there goes the ultra-violence, so what have you got left? Are you that confident in the plot? Well, meh. So, so it starts out really basic with, actually, it starts out extremely dumb. They have the MGM lion there, he's about to roar, and all you hear, suddenly this is what you hear. Brrr, brrr, ma, 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 ma. And I am not joking here. It's Samuel L. Jackson doing vocal exercises. I'm like, this is one of the kings of badass. This man, all he has to do is look at somebody and they will drop to their knees in fear if he wants to. This man can pull off anything and make it look badass. Hell, he made Snakes on a Plane, which is damn stupid, a badass movie that I love. Okay, it's so stupid, yet it's awesome. Okay, it's not even the worst part. They gave him hair, and I'm like, you don't need to give Samuel L. Jackson hair, okay? He's the king of badass, and he also can pull off bald like nobody's business, okay? I mean, hell, if he had, I don't even know if he had hair when he was younger. I've never looked up any pictures, but he just needed to be bald from the start. The man could just pull it off. So, he is Pat Novak, which makes me wonder, is one of the writers a fan of old detective shows? Because that was an old thing, Pat Novak for Hire. It actually starred Jack Webb. I kind of wonder, is this a nod to Jack Webb's and all his old crime stuff? Like, Pat Novak, Dragnet, Adam 12, Emergency. I'm just kind of like, I'm wondering, was that a nod to him? I have to find it out later. So, and they were talking about how all of the world was basically policed at this point due to these robots, Ed 209s and these other ones, I forget their names. They were just humanoid robots. And the first place they go to show this is Iraq. And Iraq or Iran, just somewhere in the Middle East. And, it starts out with them showing them patrolling the streets, and they're like, there's a news reporter there going, these people are so happy about all this. And you can say, are you kidding me? These people look like in fear. They look like they're worried that these things are just going to turn on them and start shooting for no fucking reason. Okay? I mean, they're not thinking, oh, thank you, America. Thank you for sending these robots to keep us peace. No, they're worried that America's going to start shooting them. And a suicide bombing happens and all that. And I'm like, oh, God damn it. Really? Really? I mean, I know right now, Afghanistan, Syria, Iran, really. I understand all this. I read the news. But I'm just like, really? Do we need to start out the movie with that? Suicide bombings. I'm just like, really? Is there no other way? Really, it just kind of pissed me off a bit. So we cut to Michael Keaton, who's trying to get his bill passed so he can use his robots in America. And Michael Keaton, I have to say, I don't know where he's been the last few decades. I hadn't seen him in a movie since Batman Returns. I don't even know. I probably should have looked it up beforehand. But I don't think I've seen him in a movie since then. So I'm like, where the hell has he been? And I have to give him chops. he did a great job in this movie. He really did. And and I'm just assuming because I think this is his first role in years. I mean, you give your A game, and almost all the actors gave their A games. Even the kid actor, who really didn't have much in the way of lines, just kind of was there. He was okay. I mean, with child actors, it's either bad or good, and this kid was fine. Because he just kept his mouth shut half the time. I really honestly think he only had maybe 5 pages worth of dialogue. So of course we go to Detroit, meet Alex Murphy, cop. He's not new to the force. He's been on the Detroit police for a while, and of course he's investigating one of the biggest bosses there, crime lord, and they just want to make him disappear. So one night while he's home, they blow up his car with him by it, and he is critical condition. So he's out for the count for a while, and of course Michael Keaton's on the other side. He's trying to get the pill passed, and they want They keep saying they don't want robots on the street, but they want them because robots don't feel, robots don't see a gray area. All they see is black and white, and they want somebody with emotion. So of course they pick a guy. They want to pick a guy to put in a robot suit to show off that we can totally do this. Yeah, see, it's not a robot; it's a guy in a robot suit, and he has all his emotions and all that, so it can work. Loopholes and all that. Every company will try to find a way to get loopholes for more cash. So they pick all these people, and then finally they get Murphy, and I mean, God, he looked effed up. I mean, really bad. They have a really cool process. They show the process. They even show him what he looks like without his armor on. That part was fantastically awesome. I mean, it was really creepy and really awesome. I'm not going to spoil what it was, but it looked really cool. And they wanted to be the cop. But what I really like about this film also is the fact that they also keep Murphy's family in the loop. I mean, in the original RoboCop movies, his family was just kind of a side thing in a way. But in this movie, they're a constant presence. They're in there. How does Murphy deal with this now? All he is just he's basically not 90% metal. And how his family copes with it. It's something I actually give them credit for. But they really don't go much anywhere with it, and there's actually a lot of lack of character development. There's a lot of lack of character development. The action scenes are actually fantastic, but they'd be better if they could hold the camera still. I mean, is that so hard? It's a thing with action scenes nowadays that I really hate. I hate shaky cam. Shaky cam just sucks. Okay, it doesn't add to the action. It takes me out of the moment. Because I'm trying to figure out, what am I seeing? Hold the camera still! Oh, it's a gunfight! Okay, thank you. I mean, is it really that hard? Can't they just hold the camera still? I honestly think that most action directors, or almost any director at this point who uses shaky cam, believes that if the camera's not moving, the audience isn't interested. And if that's true, and if that's what you're thinking, here's the point, buddy. If you can't keep your audience interested when two people are just calmly talking to each other across the room, just, two people having a conversation and all that, if you can't make people listen to that, if you just can't have people listen and take it in, and if you think that they're not going to be interested about it, they're going to be like, pulling out their phones, playing Flappy Bird or something like that, and you think that they need to be everything's going to be moving so they'll be interested, you failed. If you can't keep your audience interested in downtime, you failed. Again, the action scenes are fantastic. It's really what they put the most effort into. Although I have to say, if you have seizures, you be warned and be careful. There's a lot of flashing here, okay? There's one scene that's a complete gunfight in the dark, and I swear to God, I never had seizures before, but I felt like I was about to have one. It was just constant flashing, and it was really annoying. I mean, and then there's other scenes where, guns are going off, and it's flat, and the guns are like this close to your face, and they're flashing. I swear, just be careful, is all I'm saying. Because, again, you could go into a seizure. I feel like you could. The design of RoboCop, I really didn't like. I mean, I like the sleek, modern look. That was cool. But the idea to change him from silver to black was a bad idea. The silver really showed off the suit, showed off every part, every piece, everything. The black made it look like one huge slab of armor with like nothing else. Like it just looked more like a scuba suit in a way. And I was just like, I was just like, that just kind of took me out of it. He still looked cool, but I would have liked it maybe a lighter shade, maybe again silver, maybe gray. I don't know. It just didn't look right to me. They give RoboCop 2 guns this time. His old hand cannon has been replaced by a stun gun, and now he has a micro machine gun that shoots like 50 cal weapons. And I'm like, guys, RoboCop just needs one weapon, his hand cannon. It's all he ever needed. If you really want him to have, if you really want to have a lethal and non-lethal mode, just have the weapon have a non-lethal mode. Again, I'm gonna believe it. I mean, I'm believing that you guys have made a cybernetic human. Okay, I can believe that you can make a gun that has both a lethal and non-lethal setting. It's really not that hard. I don't like the fact that he's a lot faster. That was one of the best things I loved about the original. He was a tank. When he walked, he didn't. I mean, it just added to the effect. I mean, I understand he couldn't walk or run because the suit would probably fall apart. But the whole slow walking and just taking out bad guys, that added to the badassness of RoboCop. Here, everything was just fast paced and moving, and really never gave the audience a time to just sit and enjoy it. It was just kind of go 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 go. Okay, next scene. Go go go. Okay, next scene. It just really had very few good downtimes. And then again, in the downtime, the camera was shaking so much because I was just like, okay, they were just kind of like, okay, hold on just a little more, we're gonna get to the next action scene. But all in all, RoboCop is not bad. It really isn't. I mean, it has its moments when it's really good, it has its moments when it's okay, and it has its bad moments. It's a real mixed bag. Am I glad I saw it in theaters? Yeah. Would I see it again? Yeah, when it probably comes out on DVD, I'll either rent it on Netflix or something, or Amazon, depending. I mean, if I ever found the DVD for maybe like, I don't know, $5-10, I'd probably pick it up. I'm hope if they do a sequel, I wouldn't be surprised if they did. It did. I mean, all I really have to really say is this: stop the shaky cam, okay, Hollywood? That needs to be outlawed. Shaky cam doesn't work. You can't do it correctly. There are very few people who can. Get those people to help you, okay? Otherwise, get somebody to hold your camera. Get a tripod. They're not that expensive. Okay? And me talking about this using a shitty webcam. Number 2. Lower the action a bit, yet at the same time, up the violence, okay? Because that's what most people remember RoboCop for. I mean, do they remember for the great story and actors? No, they remember for Ed 209 putting about 50,000 rounds into a guy's bloody body and watching Murphy get his body blown away. That's what we remember. Okay, and the story, okay. Put yourself into it and don't just try to throw out a movie product, okay? Other than that, I'd actually say if you do want to go see it in theaters, yeah, go ahead. I'm not saying like don't go see it in theaters, but if you have a day off and you got $13 or depending what your ticket prices are where you are, yeah, it's a good movie to go see. Other than that, RoboCop was good. I give it mostly a 6 out of 10. Not great, but not horrible. Just a good movie. All right, I'll see you guys next time.